Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome to Crystal Falls. Alright, we got a couple things going on today, and first things first, let me just say something. I'm going to go a little old school, I think, on this one. I was going to try and use some a little bit older equipment that I have in terms of mods. So let's go ahead and get, I don't know if we have any older cases. I want to say no, we probably don't. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get maybe a 3650 John Deere. We'll also get a 4020 John Deere, which is not an old one from the 1970s, I believe. 63, my apologies. And we'll get one more, and we'll get a Case 5130. Not sure how old that one is. I don't think it's super old. I don't think I have any older ones. Or do I? Oh, I have these internationals. We'll go with international. 145. All-wheel drive. All-wheel drive. Go with this one, I guess. And I think that'll be it for in terms of equipment. I don't know if we have any other older stuff sitting about. No, I don't think that one's that old. Yeah, that'll be good for now. Anyway, so I just thought I'd change up a little old school. And the other thing we'll do is we had a pickup, but we'll get an old school pickup. Let's see, what do we got? We got an old Chev. We got a 66 Chev, Ford Highboy. Do we have anything that's kind of old school? I guess these are your options between these ones. Let's go with the... I don't know, let's go with the... I don't remember what this looks like at all. I want to say that's not actually a very good mod, so I'm going to go with this one because I know it's decent. And we'll go with brown. There we go. Excellent. So let's go ahead and hire this guy, get him rolling again. So these are the tractors we have. I'm kind of curious, the FPS there, a little bit low. So here's the tractors we have. This is a John Deere 3650. And this guy, I don't know if can you see that? He's just kind of like rocking back slowly. That can't be good. We also have a, I wonder if that one's the one that's creating the lag problem. Curious. We also have the International 1455 and a John Deere 4020. I've actually driven, I believe, a 4020 before. Cool little tractor here. Let's go ahead and fire him up. Unfortunately, it's just a standard tractor sound. That makes me a bit sad. I was expecting big things from this thing, but looks like it's just going to be a standard sound. Oh well. Not the end of the world, I suppose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my in-laws have a 4020 now that I think about it. That's probably why I've driven one. Anyways. So yeah, we've got a John Deere 4020. I don't even know where this came from. I just happened to see it and thought I'd take a look at it. Grab it. It's two-wheel drive, as you can see. The front wheels don't really do anything in this context. Check the PTOs. Or the PTOs. The 3-point hitch could use a little bit of work, but all in all, not terrible. I've seen worse. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab a trailer. But this is what it looks like. Very, very basic. They don't have the gear shifter installed. I believe for the 4020, I think the gear shifter is actually down there in the... right down the bottom there in the 4020, but this one doesn't seem to have it. I don't think you can take the dual wheels off. No, they just automatically come with it. And I don't know if I would have to actually listen to the 4020 to see what it sounds like, but I'm pretty sure it sounds a bit different than this. But it's still kind of cool that you can get these old school ones. I don't know, that must have been from there. I don't know if you could hear it or not, there was like a... It must have been from something over there. Anyways, but there was a bit of a sound coming through, but I don't think it was from the tractor itself. Excellent, let's grab this trailer right here. Actually, how much? Let's just take a quick little peek at trailers. I don't know if I have anything old that would actually work in this context. That's kind of like an old school trailer. Let's see here. No, that kind of looks new. Those are kind of new as well. Those as well. That would work, but it's not not Canadian. Definitely not Canadian. It's not American either, for that matter. Mingle, neither is that. Yeah, I didn't think we had anything. Agroliner, no. West, that's these are the new ones that just came out of FSUK not too long ago. or the OEB trailer. Let's go with a West trailer. Actually, maybe this it doesn't say the horsepower on here, which is kind of strange. I have a sneaky suspicion the tractor that we have right now probably wouldn't be able to handle it. Just saying. All right, we'll just stick with what we have for the time being then. I thought we might have had a good fit for the trailer, but we don't. Oh, I have no idea where that hookup is. I don't know, steering seems a bit strange. I don't know why. Probably is just me mostly. But it could be the tractor itself, I don't know. I might have gotten this one from American Eagle Modding, I'm not certain. There we go. Let's go the outside here. Well, that's not a bad looking tractor. What is it? I don't know what that just jumped over, but I think we have a course set up for unloading. Looks like we do. Excellent. Cross your fingers. Hopefully this will actually work properly. Let's see here. Sample. Sure. That looks right. I don't know where the actual course goes now. Let's take a look. Where's the nearest spot? Not close to here. Oh, what's going on there? It looks like it's the hitch itself is actually so low that that's actually creating a problem for this trailer. Yeah, it looks like it is actually. I don't know if you guys can notice that or not. We'll see how it turns out, but oh, it was this for number 1, not number 2. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, we're gonna change that out right now. I hope you can see, but what's happening is it's actually so low that the wheel in the front is actually dragging on the ground. Oh, that's terrible. So we got a dolly type style trailer. That'll probably solve our problem. Kroons Amsland. No, let's see. I don't think we have anything else that would even be appropriate in this scenario, other than these. But these, I believe, need 130 horsepower. I want to say, and our current tractor does not have quite that much. So let's go with. We don't have many options. The Agroliner, Brandner. I'm not sure what the difference is between these two. We'll go with this. I don't think it makes a difference. Huh. Now we'll go with this one, sure. And we'll go with green. Perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead and just reset that, because I have no idea where it is. It shouldn't be too far, honestly. Let's grab that. Where is it here? I'll be back when I got this all set up. Alright, so we got it hooked up. And there seems to be a bit of a size problem here. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. I just hooked it up and I was like, one of these things is not like the other. Apparently that is the I don't know if this actually works for the course play. Now that I'm looking at it, it's supposed to be going over to course number 1 over here, so I don't know why it was going straight there. Maybe it's just avoiding something. Let's see what happens when I put it in the actual field itself. Maybe it'll solve the problem, maybe it won't. I have no idea. Let's see. Alright. Where are you going? Why is it going all the way over there? That makes no sense. Oh well, we'll just do it manually. Ah, that's really strange. I wonder what's that all about. Anyhow. So, this is the John Deere 4020. Not a bad little tractor. In real life, this tractor is a workhorse. There's still lots of them around. Like as I said, my in-laws, my in-laws still have a 4020 actually, and that's one that's been around for ages now. 3650, got that right here. And we also have the 1055. This truck actually seems a bit small. Well, maybe not small. I don't know. I'm not certain actually. Is this a front loader as well? I think it is actually. Oof. That thing just bounces around. Oh, there it goes. Perfectly fine, apparently, when you when you start it up, but if you don't start it up, it's just gonna flutter around there. Actually, the mirrors look pretty good on it. Pretty nice, actually. Not every mirror, not every tractor with mirrors looks quite that nice. Looks like we've got 43 kilometers an hour max speed, which is pretty sweet. Alright, so let's get this guy over here. What we're going to do is, I think we're going to do is a little bit of baling. I don't do much baling, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that as well. Use some old tractors. I don't think there are too many old school balers out and about. Are there? Let's see. I don't think I have any interesting ones. I know I have balers. Here we go. I do have a Krone, which is a bit high power, and I do have the Krone Comprino. This is a pack that just came out not too long ago. 140 horsepower, 95 horsepower. I guess this one is a 180, 1500. I wonder what the difference is. I guess this one is a 6 foot, and that might be a 4 foot or something. And then we have the Kuhn, which is a 90 horsepower, and this John Deere, which is mediocre at best. No, that's unfortunate. I haven't seen too many. I haven't actually, honestly, I haven't looked for many balers. I'll be completely honest. But let's go ahead and get the let's get the Krone 4 Tina. It's not American, I realize that. And this one is American, but it's honestly not amazing. I think this one might be a bit better. So if it's, well, no, we'll just go with this one off top. 95 horsepower. I believe all our tractors now are capable of doing that. It's a bit newer than I wanted, but whoops, cancel. 145 horsepower, 120. Yeah, this is 100 horsepower. Okay, so should be all right in that regard. Should be fine for that. Oh, there it is, somewhere over there. And let me tell you a little story. So the other day I'm at work, and I'm just, teaching like I normally do, and my girlfriend calls and leaves me a message, and that's pretty strange because she doesn't normally do that. And I was like, that's a bit odd. I wonder what's going on there. So I give her a call back, and I was like, hey, what the heck's going on? You don't normally call. She's like, well, you see, I was using your computer, and your screen just died. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, your screen like just faded out, went all black all of a sudden. I was like, really? She's like, yep. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, have you tried turning it on and off again, sort of thing? And she's like, yeah, I've done that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, wow, that's strange. So she's like, I just turned your computer off. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Just turn it off, I guess, and just leave it for the time being, and we'll go from there, sort of thing. So she turns it off. I come back that night, and I'm like, I wonder what could be wrong with this computer. I haven't had any problems with it, or this screen. I wonder what's going on with it. I haven't had any problems with it at all. So I go through, process of elimination sort of thing. I change the cords. I changed the cords. I changed the DVI cable. I changed the power cable, and I was like, that doesn't seem to solve the problem either. So I tried to hook up to my old computer to see if that would solve the problem. Nothing yet. Nothing still. I was like, that's a bit weird. I wonder what's going on. So I try it, and couldn't figure out the problem, not for the life of me. So I ended up having to call Asus, because it's an Asus monitor, and I was like, okay, like, can you help me out, sort of thing. And it turns out, I called them, and they're like, okay, well, even though your monitor, even though your warranty is expired, we'll still set you off on the RMA process because you can do that. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I go through the RMA process, and then I get an email the other day saying, you need to go to step 2, and for step 2 you need to call Asus or chat with them online. It's like, okay, that's fine, I can deal with that. So I chat with them on their website, and the guy's like, really nice guy. He was like, you know what, your warranty is expired. I'm like, yeah, I know that. And he's like, you can go through the RMA process still, but it'll cost you. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you have to pay for shipping there and have to pay for shipping back. And I was like, oh, really? That kind of sucks. So yeah, and you'll have to pay for the any kind of fixes as well. So it's like, oh, okay. I'm like, now I'm asking myself in my head, I'm like, is this really worth it now? I'm like, I have to pay for shipment there, shipment back, and any replacement parts I need to go through. So, I unfortunately do not have I don't have my original monitor, which I normally would like to use. This is a John Deere, I'll put it in group 1. This is a John Deere, I'll put it in group 1. Yeah, so normally I have one bigger monitor and one smaller monitor. So now I have one big monitor, one smaller monitor, but I have like a really old monitor now. So I had a couple extra monitors I picked up from my in-laws a while back. And they weren't, they were just sitting in their basement, and I said, yeah, I'll take them off your hands, I'll use it for my old computer sort of thing. And this is gonna work now, I wonder. I must have recorded it for, let's see. So yeah, I had some old monitors I was able to use, and so that's what I ended up using for my main computer now. So now I have like a 24-inch like Samsung, nice monitor. I've had it for years now, and I also have like an IBM old school monitor with like an old VGA hookup still. But it works, which is more than I can say for my monitor, which I bought 3 years ago. Oh, I hate when stuff like that happens. You know, when it's like you buy it, you know, a few years ago, like, and then it just dies for no apparent reason. So I had to pay for shipping there and back, and I was like, honestly, I don't know if it's worth paying for shipping there and back on a monitor because of the weight factor involved, right? So it's going to cost, you know, maybe between $15 to $30, something like that, Canadian, there and back, depending on who you use for shipping purposes, right? So I'm a little bummed about that. So, like I said, using an old school IBM monitor for the time being. It's working. It's doing some weird little, some weird lines on it right now, but other than that, it's working for the time being, so I am happy about that. So, I may have to pick up a new monitor at some point. We'll see how desperate I get, so to speak, but if I have two monitors, it looks like I should be alright for the time being, so we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, that's one of the bummers that happened. Excuse me, one of the bummers that happened this week. Made me a little sad here. Alright, that's F1 unload V2. Maybe this is actually going to work this time. Excellent. Ooh, what happened there? That was the lights coming on from that tractor. Sheesh. That's not good. Oh, let me just progress time here a little bit. Yeah, you can tell that's a bad, there we go. You can tell that's a bad port over because the lights. That's usually the biggest indicator. When the lights don't work very well like that, it's usually because of a bad port. When they're like cones like that, that's how I'd describe it. Ah well. Yep, so that's what happened to me last little week. Main monitor died. Sad panda face. Really? You're in the way? Okay. Guess I'll have to drive over the crops just so you can actually get there. Yeah, so that's what happened. It's making me a bit sad. So, say la vie, I suppose. That's life. With electronics, it's bound to happen, right? You know, if it's not one thing, it's another thing that's gonna die out. So, unfortunately, that is the way these things go. But yeah, I guess it leaves the opportunity to get a new monitor, I guess. But I really didn't want my main monitor dying as a reason to get a new monitor. But oh well. How have you guys been? I hope you've been well. It feels like it's been forever since I've recorded. I don't know why. Just one of those things where I've been really busy the last few weeks, so I haven't recorded in the morning like I usually do. So I'm actually recording this at 8:17. You can see right here up in the top right-hand corner. It's called the Real Time Mod. If you're curious, I got it off maru.net, I think it was. But yeah, very odd for me to record at this time. I don't normally, because I'm a lot more alert usually in the morning. But today I just happened to be awake at this time and feeling some recording because I need to get some done. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do some recording. You guys asked for a little bit more Crystal Lake, or Crystal Falls? Crystal Lake. I don't know why. Every single time, like, in my mind, I've said Crystal Lake so many times. And I don't know why that's the case. But, like, very, very, like, a lot. Like, a surprisingly large number of times I have said Crystal Falls, but it's Crystal Lake. I have no idea why. Anyhow, it's Crystal Falls. You guys asked for some more episodes on it, so here we are, messing about on Crystal Falls, checking it out. Like I said, we're going to play a little bit of old school on this map, or as old school as I can, based on the mods I know of offhand, and we'll see how that goes. I don't think we're doing too bad. We got International, a couple of old John Deeres. There's that old 5130 case, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is that old. I want to say it's 90s, maybe something like that. So something in that area. And I'm also going to do a little bit of bailing this time around because I don't do a lot of bailing either. So we'll get that done. Strangely enough, though, I guess I could use Courseplay for this, but I think it's just a small field. So I've always said this: when it's a small field, I don't mind. I don't mind bailing small fields. When it comes to like huge fields, like for example, like bailing, let's say one of the fields on the States version 6. Oh my goodness, doing that manually, I would. I don't know what I would do. It'd be fun for a bit, I'm sure, if it was squares, but if it was round bales, oh goodness, I couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine. Actually, I was watching. I found another interesting YouTube channel not too long ago called How Farms Work. Seems like a nice guy. He does like information related to farming, of course, and whatnot. And he was cutting some alfalfa not too long ago, and he was talking about the number of alfalfa, but it was alfalfa aphids, I guess technically they were, and how many of those you actually run into. That should be fair enough. Nope, apparently not quite. Soybean aphids. They're not aphids for soybeans, of course. They're alfalfa aphids. But anyways, he was showing his Moco and showing how many bugs there actually were, and it was actually a surprisingly large amount. I've never mown grass before, so I honestly have no idea how many there actually would be in that scenario, but from what it seemed like from his video, it seemed like there's quite a lot. As I've mentioned before, I have been doing quite a large amount of fishing. I've been trying to get out every night I can, basically. Every night that's feasible. I have to just wait here for a second. Every night that's feasible, basically, I've been trying to get out. So it's been kind of funny. Let's grab this John Deere here. And let's grab a OAB weight, because they are the best. I apparently have lots of other weights. Kloss, Fent. I still like the OAB weight better. This one's actually not terrible. But the fact that it's adjustable is still king in my book. Oops. Alright. Let's line ourselves up here. Ooh, that was pretty good considering I couldn't see anything. It's over at the farm. Turn this down a little bit. Yeah, so like I said, watching lots of fishing videos on YouTube actually these days too. Been watching a lot of Totally Awesome Fishing. That channel's awesome. It really is. He does a fantastic job with his channel. What are they? 3 months ago or something like that, they passed 60,000 subscribers, which is awesome for them. That's so cool. It's like an older guy and his son too, which makes it even cooler, really. They're not professionals or anything like that. They just enjoy. They're enthusiasts, and they just really enjoy the sport. So they're really passionate about it, which is really neat. So a lot of other channels I've discovered as of late are like more like professional style, or like professional angler sort of thing, and you can tell by the gear they're wearing and stuff like that. Not that they don't provide good information and whatnot, but I just find that it's not as, I don't know, homegrown is the word that comes to mind in this scenario. I don't know where I'm going. I can't see the map. Okay, so we go this way. Yeah, so they're more of like a homegrown team, so it's really neat. He fishes for a lot of pike, which I've been getting into lately. Been trying to fish for bass and pike, basically, whichever is on the bite, so to speak. So I've actually bought a few things from Amazon. Actually, I didn't realize Amazon had as much stuff as it actually did. It's pretty surprising, actually, when you go through some of the stuff there. It's nuts. It's so much stuff. All right, let's lower the pickup. Turn this guy on. There we go. Get lined up here. Ooh, that's a little bit slower than I thought it was going to be. Ouch, that's really slow. See? Look at that. See how that has a little pickup and it has the straw coming up over it? Why doesn't the New Holland DLC have that? Like, really? Such a simple thing. Anyways, let's put four-wheel drive on. That might help a little bit. Nope, not that much apparently. 5 kilometers an hour. It said it needed 90 horsepower, and this thing has 135. And it's flat. This has 145. Maybe I should try with this to see if it makes a difference. But yeah, well, it has 120. That's still 30 horsepower more than you need. Alright, let's just give that a go real quick here. Park this John Deere over here for the time being. Oh, of course. Let's grab that baler and see if this will do the job. 145 horsepower of international. I don't know. It might do. We'll see. Another channel I've been watching on YouTube lately related to fishing is called... I think he's a young guy. I don't know how young he is, but his name is Tim Galati, I think is how you pronounce his last name. He does like GoPro style stuff. And... pretty cool. He does, last video I saw, he was fishing for sunfish, actually. It was in May 2015. He's in New York, in the States, obviously. And he fishes, he does like fishing sessions with his GoPro. It's pretty cool. Let's see how fast. Oops. Oh yeah, this is much faster. Wonder why that was the case. That's really strange. Let's see if we can try this. So let's try stop at 100%, which is this one right here. Is it X? Is this going to empty the baler? No. Really? Surprising, actually. It'll unfold, or is it O? It's O, isn't it? Yeah, it's O. That makes me sad. Alright, let's see. So we have... Let's see what happens when with this scenario. So right now I have drive control set so it unloads. Well, I should keep that up actually. What am I doing? Yikes. It stops so it's at 100%. So what should happen is it'll stop at 100% obviously. But the problem you run into is you're probably going to miss a little bit there when it slows down. Yeah, see right there? Unfortunately, that is quite a lot missed. I don't want to miss that much if I don't have to. So if I go that fast again, it's just going to be a problem. Makes me a bit sad. There we go. I don't know why that's the case though. Watch this. I can turn this guy off, and then if I grab that grab this John Deere, he'll be able to windrow that no problem probably too. Go figure. Yeah, so his name's Tim Galati. He does just GoPro on the noggin fishing. It's pretty cool to watch, actually. Catches lots of various fish. He likes to, last time, it seems like he likes to catch, he does like a lot of Carolina-style rigs and lots of Texas rigs and stuff like that. Primarily with live bait. Not too often with lures, but it's pretty cool. But so far, my favorite channel in relation to fishing has definitely been Totally Awesome Fishing, because it is totally awesome, pardon the cliche. Alright, let's get this hooked out. There we go. Unfold. Lower those bad boys down. There we go. Turn it on. Excellent. What does the survey say? Oh, only 5. This tractor seems underpowered then. Underpowered for what we're trying to do with it. Why does it seem so underpowered though? That's the strange thing. It should not be this underpowered for this. I've had problems with this little tractor before, so obviously that's we may have to trade it in for something else. If this is a reoccurring theme, basically, depending on what depending on what we did there, we did two different things and it was the same problem. So 120 horsepower, unfortunately. You might not have 120 horsepower. Let's check to see what those old... I don't know if they're old ones, though. That is going to be the problem. Because we had... What was it? The... These... No, that's an old, newer tractor. The 5 Series? Oh yeah, that's definitely new. You can tell which by the way it looks. Maybe we should go for the Case 5130 then. That looks kind of old-ish. 135 horsepower. Don't have enough money now. Womp womp. Oh well. I guess we'll have to keep this tractor for the time being. That's a little frustrating that it doesn't work the way I want it to. Alright. Let's move this out of the way. Or move it into the way, I should say. Because apparently he is not in the proper place. Alright folks, that'll be it for me for today. I'm going to let this guy run a little bit. We'll come back and we'll do a little bit of baling, hopefully. And we'll go from there. So my name is Iain Robson. This has been another episode of Farming Simulator 2015 coming at you from Crystal Falls. If you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button. I really appreciate that. Catch you guys later.